Let's discuss large intestine deficient or empty cold as we continue with our diagnosis according to Zhangpo organ patterns. The difference between this pattern and damp cold in the large intestine is that this is a deficiency pattern of imbalance, whereas damp cold in the large intestine is an excess pattern. The stools here will not be explosive and there will not be a cramping pain in the abdomen. Instead, the pain will be a dull, nagging pain that is not alleviated by the passing of a stool. So let's examine its etiology. This pattern can arise due to excessive consumption of food and beverages that are cold or cooling, both energetically and thermally, or from prolonged exposure to climatic cold and repeated invasions of exogenous damp cold. Physical and textual overexertion can also be involved in the generation of the underlying yang deficiency patterns. So for its symptoms and signs, there are unformed stools, dull, nagging, or gnawing pain in the abdomen that is not alleviated by passing of stools. There is borborygmi, frequent urination with a large quantity of pale urine. The skin of the abdomen feels cold on palpation. The abdomen does not feel tense or hard on palpation. There are cold limbs, pale tongue, a deep and weak pulse, and the key symptoms here are unformed stools, deep and weak pulse. For the treatment principle, we warm and tonify the large intestine. So for the acupuncture points, you can choose from stomach 25, stomach 36, stomach 37, spleen 4, REN 6, and UB 25. We use the tonifying needling technique, and moxa is also recommended. So for further explanation on the choice of points, stomach 25, stomach 36, stomach 37, spleen 4, and UB 35 warm and tonify the large intestine. REN 6 warms and tonifies yang. So when there is large intestine empty cold, it is beneficial to consume warm, cooked, or baked food. It is advisable to eat food that have a warming energy. Baked root vegetables, stews, soups, lamb, chicken, onions, and leeks are all examples of warming food. Spices that will be beneficial are cloves, cinnamon, ginger, basil, rosemary, and nutmeg. Large intestine deficient or empty cold can be caused by the following patterns of imbalance: spleen yang deficiency and kidney yang deficiency. In turn, it can result to damp cold in the large intestine. So to summarize, large intestine deficiency cold has its etiology in excessive consumption of cold and raw foods, prolonged exposure of the abdomen to cold weather, probable underlying spleen or kidney yang deficiency. Possible presenting conditions, chronic enteritis, and chronic dysentery. Signs and symptoms, there will be loose stools resembling duck droppings, dull abdominal pain, pale urination, cold limbs, borborygmi, lower backache, poor appetite, and aversion to cold. In comparison, in stomach yang deficiency, the stool will contain undigested food. There is poor appetite and oppression in the abdomen after eating. In large intestine yang deficiency, the disease is in the lower rather than the middle burner, accompanied by diarrhea and borborygmi, and may have constipation rather than diarrhea. So the pulse here is deep and weak. The tongue is pale, thin, and with thin coating. Treatment principle, we stop the diarrhea and supplement qi and yang. For the acupuncture treatment, so we can Middle stomach 25 to stop diarrhea and pain. Stomach 36 to supplement spleen chi. Bladder 20 to supplement spleen chi. REN 12 to fortify the spleen. REN 6 to supplement chi and stop chronic diarrhea. Stomach 57 to stop chronic diarrhea. Liver 13 to transform stasis. Bladder 25 to supplement the large intestine. And we needle with supplementation and moxa. Thank you for listening.